Gogo. This was really well done. I think there's a lot of scenarios like that where people just aren't able to be honest with themselves and they hide away from the world in these secret lives, and their passions and their identities aren't congruent with their their present life or with others' expectations of them. And I thought this was really well acted. I believed the two of them. I believed the chemistry. I believed that lived history, which is sometimes very hard to portray. And there's this lovely tension and then release of the moments where it's really working, of that freedom of being on stage. And then full of surprises and twists and turns, from our one gentleman already having a partner to then finding out our other gent who's trying go-go for the first night getting married the next day. Super surprising, really, really well written and well earned throughout the whole journey because it was so grounded. So yeah, brilliant work.
Gogo. Wow, this was a very moving film. Actually, I think this could be an amazing feature if this is a well concept. I think that it could be developed into a larger piece because it has potential, particularly because of the complexity of these two characters. They explore very complex, interesting subjects, and they come from very different backgrounds. They have these lives with some other people, but they have this special place and they don't know what to do about it. What's their future? They don't want to think about the future, and it's heartbreaking. It's the ending is quite sad, I think, because these two men had a really good connection, a really good dynamic, and the conversations were very very compelling. I also like the whole uh, dancing stripper vibe. It was very fun to see because, well, in movies and series we often see these kind of characters, but they are always presented as as some sort of joke. But I think that what this short film did amazingly good is to portray them as actual people and to portray their goals, their conflicts. Everything is very well presented, and even though it's a short film, it feels like a feature. So it's a very original story. It's very well written and very well acted, and the direction is very professional too. I hope that you continue to make more projects, and hopefully you will make a full feature of this because it will be very interesting to see a deeper angle, a deeper look on these two characters. So thank you for sending it.
This film, Gogo, is about two men who have reconnected after a long time. They were together before, and one came out when he was much younger and has been out for like 30 plus years. And the other one came out more recently and is still struggling with his identity and coming out publicly. They reconnect at a go-go dance show they perform at, and unfortunately it doesn't quite work out for them. I really loved the ways that they were showing that people struggle differently with their identity, with being gay, and how certain things are more difficult for certain people, like being out publicly to your friends or family. For some, it's easier than just and not telling people and keeping things the way it's always been. And some people never got that choice when they were outed younger or something like that, against their will, or coming out younger, forcing themselves out of the closet, something like that. I think these conversations were really important to show, and I think both characters in this were really valid in the way that they felt. And there was really no good guy or bad guy. They were both, I think, extremely right and valid in what they were feeling, and I think just in slightly different stages of their lives, and it just didn't quite match up. I thought the story was really great overall, and I think the dancing scenes and were really cool. And I think that the film was very intimate, which was really fun to see. Like it was like we were in on somebody's private conversation, which we were. But it was really great at drawing in the audience, and I really liked it.
So, Gogo. Gogo really surprised me. What is it about? It's about being gay, sure, but it's also about so much more than that. Immediately I understood it's a story of a closeted guy who dances at a show, and even though that scene isn't totally his vibe, it is so clear from the beginning without any words said. The film dives into what being closed off to a different identity really means in a way that feels natural and honest. The conversations about relationships don't lean on stigmas or cliche. They feel really lived in, real, and relatable to anyone. Plus, I didn't know much about the Gogo dance world before, so it was cool to get a peek into how these people see themselves and express identity through performance. There's a few lines that really capture it really well. If I had a note, I think I would say that the film could be a bit tighter, especially during the dance scenes and then the conversations after, which could be, just the energy could be slightly more up, but this is all editing. But overall, it's a really fresh and intriguing take on identity that goes beyond just sexuality, and I found it really grasping.